I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the...
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, also known as Pick Management, back here with my guy, Mr. Smackington himself. Greg, we are here for a new episode of the NHL Insiders, breaking down the next set of NHL playoff games, including the first game of round 2 between the Canes and Rangers. Greg, welcome to the show. Glad to be back. I was out of commission for a few days. Honestly, I still have stitches in my mouth and stuff. I'm a mess, but I could not keep the people waiting. I had to come back and drop these picks, especially after I went like 9-1 last night. So I am dialed into these playoffs right now, NHL and NBA. So make sure you catch Greg and I. We're going to be on the NBA Insiders coming up next, right after this. But before we get started, I got to tell you guys about the Rhythm app. You need to check it out. It's a totally free app that teaches you how to build predictive sports models. Teaches you everything you need to know from A to Z in building predictive models. They also have AI-backed models that are smashing. They predicted all the NC State upsets and wins in March Madness. They've been smashing the golf tournaments with their new AI caddy. They give you hole-by-hole live selections for each golf tournament out there with their AI-powered caddy, and they are smashing. They predicted the winner, Scotty Scheffler, the other week. It was like a plus 650 to start. Hit that, smashed it. So make sure you check out Rhythm. Free trial is below, and you guys won't regret it. But Greg, you ready to dig into the slate?
Let's get it busy.
All right, why don't you hit me with your first best bet?
Okay, well, Bruins game obviously is coming on today. So today I'm loving the Bruins to go ahead and get this series over with, taking them on the money line, and I'm also adding the under 5.5 for a same game parlay for plus 290 odds. I just feel that the way that they've been playing against Toronto happened to get that nice hit in for the win. Their defense is really sound, and they're just really looking for the right shot right now. They're not trying to do too much, but I expect them tonight to get the win and get it over with, because everyone's trying to get to round 2 right now.
Yeah, I think that the fact that Toronto is dealing with some injuries right now is a big, he's questionable for tonight's game. Austin Matthews is. They also have some other guys that are already out and have been out, which I think is affecting the team. Boston a little banged up too, but it's nothing unexpected. I just think Boston is too powerful here. I think that they're destined for greater things in this NHL playoffs than the Toronto Maple Leafs are. So sorry to our buddy TJ, the Big Maple, but I think Toronto is going home tonight too, and I am all over Boston minus 110, and I'm riding this with Greg. I like the under too with you. We've seen most of these games be low scoring, except for I think the second game went to 6, and that was the only one. Everything else has been 5 or under. So there's no reason why to think that it won't stay like that for this one. So yeah, love the under here too. I'll probably ride both. I'm probably gonna hit the same game parlay with you. So I love that stuff. Moving on is we have what is up next? The Canucks game, I believe.
Friday we got Canucks and the Predators also. Game 6. I'm going with the road team again here. I'm loving the Canucks to just get this series over with. Even though Nashville has showed a little bit of resurgence from the last game, trying to keep Canucks off the glass and everything like that. But I feel that even if Silvos is in the net or if Demko comes back, Canucks should handle their business. I love it to go over, and I love the Canucks on the money line. I took them on the same game parlay as well.
Yeah, I saw the same game parlay that you had, plus 173. The one thing that gives me hesitation, I love the Canucks here. I actually have the Canucks to win at plus 110. I think their offense is just too strong, and I think that'll eventually break through this Nashville defense, which has been pretty good. It's just that Vancouver historically has owned this Nashville team. 7-2 the last 9 versus Nashville. They're also 7-3 the last 10 on the road, so they've been playing great on the road. Vancouver has, but they're 4-1 when playing on the road against Nashville. So Vancouver has also dominated Nashville on the road. I think that the fact that they've been able to figure this team out before makes me believe that they'll be able to figure them out and to finish off this first round. So I like the Canucks to send the Preds home tonight. Yeah, it's game. Yeah,
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 game
yeah.
6.
I like the Canucks to send the Preds home tonight. Sorry, I just had to
Yeah,
double check that, right?
yeah.
Okay.
For tomorrow night, Good Friday night action.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought more of these series would be high scoring, but it's always we've seen defense steps up in the playoffs. We've seen it in the NBA playoffs, super low scoring games. We've seen it a lot in these NHL playoffs, like last night in the Edmonton versus Kings game. Edmonton's up 4-2 going into the third period. It finishes 4-3. Could not
Yeah,
believe Edmonton didn't score again.
I
Uh,
took. I definitely thought it was going to be 5-2, but they still hit the over. I was happy.
Couldn't believe it. I did hit a correct score. It was the any other score that they had, just because I
Mhm.
thought, the last game we saw it really explode in the third period.
Right.
But that's what my one loss last night was the Oilers puck line. I had them to win in regulation. I had them on the money line every which way, but they let me down. But I don't think this next one is going to do the same. And I'll tell you, it is the Dallas Stars taking on Vegas. Dallas 3-2 series lead, minus 112 on the money line, over under at 5.5. I'll tell you, Greg, I am all over the Stars here.
All right.
This has been my team. I've been riding them all season long, really. I have believed in them in the playoffs. I think they make it to the Stanley Cups, and I think that they are just dominant. They're 10-1 their last 11 on the road. They're 15-4 the last 19 games overall. We've seen the under actually hit an 11 out of the last 14, and it's because their defense has just been stellar. They've won the Vegas, did win the first two games here, and it's been all Dallas since. The last three games, we've seen Dallas hold Vegas to just 2 goals. And I think, that'll probably see that again here. I like this to be like a 4-2 final, but I do like Dallas to get it done. I just think offensively and defensively, they own this Vegas team. Dallas offense, third overall. Shots is 11. And we see Vegas 12th overall goals scored, shots 15th. So a lot of discrepancy in the talent level here. I think between these two teams, we even see Dallas is the 8th ranked defense against Vegas 12th. Also Vegas allows the 22nd most shots on goal in the league, and I think that's something Dallas does really well as well. They're ranked 7th in shots on goal, so a lot of stuff here for Dallas. Especially even if you take a step further and dig into the more technical stuff, they have a leg up on Vegas across the board. Thoughts for you on this one?
Okay. After seeing your Dallas play live, I will say that after those first two games, they came to life. They really came well together. They shot at a high rate. I was really impressed with their offense. I will also say I was impressed with how Ottinger stepped up into the net to stop Vegas from securing goals, knowing how Vegas has really done them normally, probably during the regular season, whatnot, going back and forth on goals. This game, I do like the Golden Knights plus 1.5, and I do love the over on the SGP. Marchment right now for Dallas Stars is still questionable, and for them to really be how they've been the last two games, he needs to play tomorrow night. So he probably will play. He's just rested right now, but if he does, it should be, like you said, the Stars probably do take them out, but I just feel that this game of urgency for the Stars, especially being last year's Cup winner, they don't want to give their fans nothing to not, be happy about. I expect them to play a lot tougher and be a lot heavier on them shots on the goal. So even if they lose,
Who did you say was out for Dallas?
Marchment.
Marchman.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's off the injury report now. I have one place that doesn't have him on it anymore, and one place that says DTD. What's DTD? Jesus, I don't
Day to
know.
day.
Oh, day to day. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah. So okay. So I have one place that says day to day, and I have one place that has him off of it. So I think I think that's a more lean towards him playing, like you said.
It says Marshman has an unspecified issue, and it is unclear if he will face the Golden Knights in Game 5 of the Western Conference first round.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, hopefully he plays so Dallas can beat up on Vegas, and hopefully Dallas doesn't win by more than one, and we can both win. It'll be we'll cash every which way. You know what I mean?
Come on.
All right, so last game up, it is the first game of round 2 is between Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers. Both of these teams handled their opponents pretty easily. Out in 4, right? Yeah, I think both were out in 4. So Carolina and Rangers both coming into this one. They'll have a few days off. This game is on the 5th. I know you don't have a official play on this one, but any thoughts for you? Have you decided which way you're going yet?
Yeah, like I said, my boy in Florida, Jared, man, he's a big Rangers guy. He's been telling me to watch the Rangers. I'm gonna go with the Rangers. He feels that the Rangers has what it takes to beat the Canes. I haven't fully invested in looking myself into the series. I will, but as of right now, I'll ride his wave with the Rangers, especially seeing how they took care of Washington. Even though we know Washington was old and beat up, they still handled them in a sweep. So I got to give them credit.
I'll tell you, I'm taking the Rangers here in game 1. It'll probably be Shesterkin in net, and I like what he's been doing. And the fact that we saw Carolina let up so many goals against the Islanders, I just think that they're a little too leaky. I just think that their firepower did step up, but it was against a weak Islanders team, and taking on a tough Rangers team, I think is going to be next level for the Canes. So yeah, I like Rangers game 1. We'll see how it goes. Not sure on the total yet. I'll have some futures plays for round 2 in the different series. That'll probably be if all these series end. Hopefully we'll get all game 1s for the next episode of the NHL Insiders, and we will be able to give you futures on all of them. But we'll hopefully have some series plays coming up as well. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. Greg, why don't you go ahead and recap your best bets?
For sure. We got the Bruins money line plus the under 5.5 for plus 290 on the SGP. Okay. We got the Canucks plus 1.5 and the over 5.5 for plus 173 on the SGP. And we got the Vegas Golden Knights plus 1.5 and over 5.5 for plus 151 on the SGP.
Excellent. And where can people find you online?
Yeah, right now you look for me on Instagram, Buku_living billionaires, or you can go to the search bar and just type in Smackington, and I'll pop right on up.
And yeah, we're gonna have the Smackington report because he is smacking books up left and right. That's what Gregory does, our guy. So yeah, make sure you follow him at Buku561 on Twitter. We're trying to get him more involved in the Twitter sphere because that's where social media gambling lives, is in Twitter. At least in my opinion. So we're going to get him rolling in no time. But let me hit you guys with my best bets, and we will get you out of here. I am all over Vancouver plus 110, Boston Bruins minus 110, Dallas minus 112, and the Rangers minus 117 versus the Canes for round 2, game 1 of the NHL playoffs. Again, make sure you guys check out the Rhythm app, only app that's going to teach you everything you know about building predictive sports models. You can also use their AI-powered models to make your selections when you are smacking up the books like Greg does on a weekly basis. Make sure you guys follow me at Pick Management across all socials. Stay tuned for the NBA Insiders coming up next with special guest Lola Larson. We also have a new episode of the MLS Insiders coming out right after that. So a busy morning here at the Pick Management Network. That'll do it for us here at the NHL Insiders. We will see you later.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me.